So a week ago we were enjoying ourselves in the lovely cars that we took over to Europe.
And now we've got to go back after 7 days to pick up the cars from somewhere in France.
So if you watched the video last week, you'll see that he got his car confiscated.
And a €750 fine.
Gutted.
So not only did we do a €750 fine, there's €180 to pay when we go and pick the car up from the garage, storage. Cheers, mate. So not only have I got to pick my car up, my McLaren, he's got to pick his Lambo up. What have you got to say about that?
Well,
He's got a bit more to say than he did the last time. Pointing the camera in his face.
You wasn't happy last time, was you?
Nice of you to join us. No comment, officer.
We got Uncle Benji, he's driving mine because, as people don't know, we are banned in France, aren't we?
just a little.
Absolute rebel.
And Danny is picking up the Lambo.
Yeah.
Ever driven a Lambo before?
Not fast enough. We're flying from Liverpool to Nice, so we've decided that we're going to get the copper who arrested these pair of reprobates a souvenir from Liverpool.
Such an amazing neighbour.
This isn't an actual joke. We're going to get the guy something practical. So, Liverpool, what's Liverpool renowned for? The Beatles, right? Love Me Do.
Job done.
So we have got a bit of a fallback plan if we won't let us have the cars back. We're going Benidorm with this lot.
How much?
More than a tuber.
We're in a taxi now. We've got 2 hours to go to there, wherever that is.
Yeah.
As you can see, €221.
Okay.
The only difference is he's upgraded us. How
Business
much?
class.
€400.
And you've got to pay half.
I'm paying that price, mate. Who takes a taxi somewhere and then stops off for the scenic, for the lake bit? I mean,
The taxi driver wanted a cigarette and he's just gone round there for a wee. So, but I remember this lake on our actual trip. You guys might be able to see it in the videos. You'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this, because it's like a really weird green colour.
There is a slight thing with that.
What?
I didn't leave it in the videos
Why not?
because I thought it was boring.
Unbelievable.
Just want to go through what actually happened. If you didn't watch the video last week, charged,
If you didn't watch
accused.
the video last week, this ain't going to make much sense, is it?
Well, we'll go and watch it and come back. We supposedly were doing 150 kilometres an hour in an 80, which is 70 over. If you're doing more than 50 over, supposedly in France, they confiscate your car. And that's what happened with us. €750 fine, 6 months ban in France, another €180 when we get there for the storage in the car garage, which was a weird Renault garage. It wasn't a police compound. We've not got the car back yet, but in theory, it should be okay.
Yeah, so if you're watching up to this point, so far, so good.
You've got your licence, you've
I
got
have.
any insurance, yeah?
Loads of insurance,
Right.
me, mate, yeah?
And you're going to drive it to Calais.
Okay,
So it's about 12 hours to Calais.
yeah.
Okay with that, yeah?
I can complete that, no danger.
But if you are a regular viewer of the channel, you will remember that on Evil GT, what happens?
Oh, nothing goes according to plan, mate, no. So I reckon your car will either have doors missing or wheels missing. It'll probably be up on bricks. Something will not be right with it. Oh, it won't start, the battery will be flat, there'll be something like that.
Never been to this place before because
No.
you didn't turn up. You didn't come back and rescue us, did you?
No,
Anyway,
we
that's a
got
different
off.
story.
Yeah.
There is another story, what might cause us issues now we're here.
All right.
Is this a story about some keys? What happened with some keys?
Nicola's got them in a bag.
So can you tell the story? What happened with these keys?
Well, I was just a little bit pissed off, so I took keys out of the van.
What, that van in that compound there?
That van in that compound, yeah. I'll post them back if they send me my licence back.
Fuck me, it's like Fortress.
This is like, when you go and look at a car that's like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
But for us, this is 4 hours away.
Yeah.
And you get here and no one's in.
That's upsetting, isn't it? My boss? I think so far so good. I've got to be honest. I don't want to count my chickens though, because the car isn't physically out of this building, but we're doing all right.
We didn't get this entrance last time, did we?
No.
It's still here.
Sorry, can I take a pictures with you? For my boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I drive in France now?
Yeah, car fine.
I don't know, mate. I never looked at it. I'm just glad to have it back.
Looks all right to me. Is ours okay?
It looks all right to me, mate. I tell you what though, I do like these Megane RSs.
Yeah,
They're
nice, that.
expensive, them. I think they're big money.
Well, all I know with that car is, and that one, it definitely hasn't moved for a week.
Okay, so they've been there since. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
because we got the keys for this
We
and
need a
got the
big
keys for that.
checkbook.
Right, I'm getting in this side because I can't drive.
Inside, thank God.
This was a little bit too easy, I reckon.
So far, it's been, in my opinion, way too easy, yeah? Way too easy.
I mean, now we've got the car, I'll be completely honest. My wife said, don't come back for it, get it transported, because they're going to lock you up when you get here. And I didn't think that might not be the truth, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But we've not been locked up. Here he is, he's got his flag. Are you happy now you've got your car back, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
So we're waiting on Lee now because he's got a ghost problem.
He's got a ghost problem. He's got an electrical fault, and usually people say it's McLarens that have the electrical problems, but we seem to be doing okay so far.
3-4 hours to Lyon. We're going to try and do Lyon, get there for 8:30, do some beers.
Yes, beers.
We need some food on the way.
I definitely need something to eat. I'm starving
let's
now.
do it. I didn't like the French up until today. But actually, you know, I've come round to him a little bit because he was alright in the end.
I think you just have to soften them up a bit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. The French are too serious. Soften them up the sound.
We've got about 15 hours of driving now from this point without speeding, which is going to be pretty difficult, really.
Well, it is with 940 horsepower, yeah. What you're basically saying to me is I've got to tool around and drive this super slow.
Yeah. We've got 622 miles left after a quick stop at Mackey's. And the Cayman doesn't seem like he's bothered about speeding. We are, because we don't want to get compounded again, or impounded. What is it?
Impounded, yeah.
What's a compounded then?
Compounds when you're talking about interest.
Oh yeah. Well, really, that is
Or
all
a
to do with
fracture.
money.
Oh, Daddy's getting, look, we're getting gapped here by a...
Well,
This
what
is
you doing,
what
mate?
I-
Right, come on,
sorry.
send it. Go, go, go. Go, go,
Guys,
go.
nearly just...
Come on, you can go.
Not having that. That's 2 cars that have overtaken us because of this stupid French rule. Well, it ain't me that's banned.
Right. Well, let's follow this car because if they're like local, well, they'll know the speed limit.
They should
and
know
stuff.
where the Polizia are.
Right, let's follow these guys. Let me just explain how much this speeding ticket has cost. So it was a €750 fine when we got stopped roadside, then took us to the police station, then took us. Am I from Yorkshire now?
That's it, you've been knocking around with Lee too much, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Get your send talking right.
So it took us to Impound, that car garage, the Renault one.
Up to garage.
And then he said, when you come and pick it up, it'll be another €180. But it was actually €172. We said, keep the change, because we did nice like that. £100 each for the flights to get back, but we also had to get the flights from Geneva to get home, and then I've lost count. It's a lot of money, right? That works out about 850 in the real monies. 250 for flights to get home, that's 1100. 200 for the flights to get back, that's 1300, and 200 for the taxi. £1,500, that's how much it's cost for the speeding, which was initially €750. This that's happened to me, has it put you off driving trips?
No, I just think it's all a learning curve, isn't it? There's going to be places on the trip in the different countries where now you'll be a little bit more selective about where and how we drive in certain areas. You know, that's all it's going to be. I think you've just been really unlucky. The fact of the matter is that a lot of the group were driving a lot more spiritedly than you were, and nobody else in the group's been caught. So I just think it was wrong place, wrong time, and that's that. I just think it was unlucky.
It means we're not going to speed next time. But I don't want to sound defeatist on all this, but what's the point in bringing a 900 horsepower supercar to one of these trips and not actually put it through its paces?
Well, if you are that bothered, I would just bypass France.
€90 it's going to cost in toll roads to get from where we are now, which is 615 miles, you know, through to Calais. €90.
Which is a lot of money. However, how often do you think French people would drive? Because they don't pay road tax, do they, French? I don't think.
No, I don't.
So they just purely pay for, pay the tolls. Which you think, well, they're not going to be doing, 600 odd miles very often. You wouldn't have thought using that many toll roads.
Because they can't afford to.
Well, no, but how much is your road tax on this side? It must be 600-700 quid a year.
615, I think.
Right, and could you say that the quality of our roads is better than France?
No, they're all shite.
Exactly, so you would rather pay a bit more for the roads that you do use to be good quality than to pay the road tax that's compulsory for our shit roads at home.
Talking about the trip next year, if I do actually go on it, I don't think I'm going to be going on it in this car for one reason. How squeaky is that seat?
Right, there's so many things that are annoying me already about this car. Very sorry to say it, although it wasn't my money that's paid for it. But this seat is annoying me. There's a bit of a rattle coming from the back that's annoying me. The suspension noise, that really high-pitched whine, you can hear it clear as day, that's annoying me. The gearbox in automatic is shit, so that's annoying me. Otherwise, it's mint, this car, mate.
Well, can you just demonstrate the squeak on the seat?
Typically not now, no. How's that stopped? I fixed it. It's like the RS4, it's fixed itself.
It's squeakier in low speed. When you get up to this kind of speed, which we're not actually speeding because we can't, 90 kilometres, about 60 mile an hour, you can't hear it because of the exhaust. And if you put the back window down and you play the throttle,
that was literally that much throttle then as well. We weren't going very fast.
But you definitely can't hear it over the exhaust, which is fine. These cars in front, they're just going for it.
Yeah, but this is saying that there's policing 0.2 of a mile and that it's average speed, so
slow down.
I'm just going to follow this. Surely, if whatever speed that wagon is doing, if we're doing the same, we're fine. There's the
It's a speed camera there.
Give it a wave. Not today, mate.
Not getting us. We don't speed anymore, do we?
We don't speed, mate. We are law-abiding citizens. We've changed, mate. We've changed.
Supposedly we're not speeding anymore. That looked like we were speeding.
No, that wasn't me driving. And this part of the video, we're actually now in Mexico, so it doesn't really matter.
I don't know about him, but I'm really, really paranoid about this trip. We've still got 602 miles to go. And I can't believe the amount of police we're seeing. Just seen another one there off camera. We've seen one in the village, and we've seen one like a little bit further back. So in the space of an hour, so we're seeing police every 20 minutes. 8 hours to Calais. That means we're going to see 24 police cars.
Oh wait, I wonder if they all fancy a race.
But the problem we've got is we've got roads like this, which clearly means you can do like 100 and something, and we can't do it. We just cannot overtake the Fiat Panda. And Lee behind us, he's even going slower. Right, you're definitely going to get the car impounded off that.
Do you know why are we more than 50 kilometres over the speed limit?
You were doing 160 there.
No, I was definitely not.
You were doing 100 on there.
100
which
what?
is 100 miles an hour, which is 160.
That was not 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, it was.
No
this car
chance.
accelerates quick.
That was definitely not 100 mile an hour. Can't have been.
What they do here is they tell you you've done whatever speed, 150 in our case, in an 80, and we say, where's the proof? And they say, we don't need proof. It's up to you to prove you wasn't doing 150. So Lee has got a tracker on his, and he tells the speed along the route Napoleon, and it actually said we didn't go over the speed limit, but they said that's not enough proof. How do you prove that he wasn't doing 150 kilometres an hour?
Surely, like in any other normal sort of society, it is up to them to prove that you were, not for you to prove that you weren't.
Well, yeah, I would
Because
think
you
that.
literally could just say, "Oh, you used to be a lady." And
What
then
are you trying to insinuate?
I'm just saying, you used to be a lady, right?
Oh,
prove that you weren't.
Can you just do another analogy?
I'm a lady. You used to be a lady, now prove that you weren't. And you'd be like, well, you're insinuating that I am, so you prove that I was.
Yeah, but that might be easy to prove. You just have a little field down below, don't you?
No, well, what if you've had like the full blown? What happens if you've had the whole shebang done? You've been to Turkey. Is that where they go?
Yeah,
Because that's teeth in air, isn't it?
Get anything done in Turkey now. Well, you get the point. How do you prove that? How do you prove it? If someone would like to comment and say how you prove that, I would love to know how you prove that. But you won't believe this. There's a blue Dacia in front of us. This little thing, at probably 1.1 litre. We can't even keep up with it because we drive in that sedan. We're still speeding a little bit, but not like 50 over. And we still can't keep up with it.
It's flying along, isn't it?
It's flying. Like, everyone's overtaking everyone here. So I'm sure they know something we don't. Guaranteed if we just nailed it past everyone, there'd be a speed camera.
Well, they'd be straight on the phone going, hi, hi, ha. There are English people speeding. Hi, ha. That's how it'd go, wouldn't it?
But look. 150 over the speed limit, you.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer.
I don't think I like these lights that count you down from 100.
No, you'd rather not know. It's going to be like 100 odd seconds, which that when we got to was like 110 seconds. I'd rather just not know. Know what I mean? Like, who wants to sit at traffic lights for 2 minutes?
No. Did you think you'd enjoy yourself as much as this?
No, I'm actually glad now. Now we've got a little bit of clear room. I'm obviously not going silly. Number one, it's not my car. I'm not used to it either. So I'm just getting a feel for the brakes and the steering and things. But are you more nervous than me?
No.
Are you sure? You're alright? Yeah, because you've really pushed this car a lot more than I'm doing now. So you know it's capable.
I'm just worried about the speed cameras.
I think we'll be... do you know what? The French are fucking driving faster than us.
France have got to have the biggest speed cameras ever in the world.
I mean, I know they're not brightly coloured, but there's no chance of missing them. I don't know how you missed the one that you got caught speeding with.
I got done on the bike.
Oh, it was a bike?
Yeah,
Did he say to you it was a bike with a gun, yeah?
Yeah, he come with a bike, yeah.
Okay. Was the gun on his bike that big as well?
So we're still about 2 hours away from Lyon, but because we're in the middle of nowhere, there ain't no toilets, is there?
Oh,
Uncle Benji.
Just get your own back. I used
Yeah.
to do this to you.
He's got his pants round his ankles. Good job that was out of focus. Come on, we've got Lyon to go to. You're not supposed to be speeding.
I'm not speeding. I'm tooling. It's just this car's so loud. It's like a moped. It sounds like it's going dead fast, but it's not. Sounds so good, that.
What's the speed limit of this road?
I saw 110 on the side, so
Okay, just check
it
it.
just feels really fast for 110 kilometres an hour, doesn't it?
Right, we've got the tolls, you know what this means, don't you? Race. Looks like you won.
I always win.
Right, another tunnel.
That's worrying. That was sprightly, that, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. It gets there so fast, that's ridiculous.
You do know why we've just picked this car up. We've been banned for speeding.
Yeah, that wasn't 50 kilometres an hour over the speed limit, was it?
No, it's about 150 kilometres over. Well, the reason you let off is because on the screen, that TPMS monitor
Yeah,
thing
that's unnerving. That's not what you want to see at them speeds, coming up saying your tyre pressure warning.
Well, it automatically comes on at 175,
Right.
if anyone's interested.
What a McLaren thing to do.
So we've got about 12 minutes to Lyon, just booked a hotel, booking.com, and we got the time. We've got 2 minutes to Lyon now, and we're booking to the hotel. Hopefully it'll be okay. I don't know about this hotel I booked.
Mate,
Looks like it's on an industrial estate.
I said, don't let Lee book the hotel because it'll be a shady hotel somewhere and it won't have parking and it'll probably be about 35 quid for the night.
Hey, I've gone above and beyond for this. Paid 120 quid a night.
Alright, they might have seen you coming then.
It can't be that bad, can it?
I would hope not. This doesn't feel very hotel-y to me, this.
Oh, well.
This is us apparently. Hey, it's bigger.
It's like a prison. Kyriad, if that's how you pronounce it. Must have valet.
I think you could be struggling here, mate. We might have to go downstairs, you know.
Yeah. Should we ask them where to go? Parking reserved.
Where do you want to go?
So we've shit out going downstairs, haven't we?
Yeah, because if I can avoid it, I will. Because I don't want to be responsible for smashing your front splitter all over the place.
Well, technically now we're on private land, so I can drive on private land,
You
right?
can, and you can go as fast as you want.
How many spaces do you want, mate?
That's like 14 spaces you parked across there, lad.
So Ben was saying that, you know, I can't pick a room, but I think I've done all right here. What do you reckon, Lee?
You're doing right, mate. Yeah, well
They're
done.
good, eh?
I think that's good for us, but...
Yeah, we can always move them, can't we?
Yeah. Have a bit of that.
A bit strong.
Let's have a taste of that.
Having a bit.
Yeah, I'll have a go. What is it?
8.3%.
An acquired taste, it's not.
I'll have one of them. That's nice.
8.3%.
Is it?
You didn't even like
Mate,
flinch.
I'm driving tomorrow, it's nice that.
Got your Heineken.
I did this for a living when I was 15, mate, serving
You
beers.
can't serve beers when you're 15.
I could have said, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, you got to warn me there. You got to take that beer or what? That's mine, that one.
It is the end of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And then
It is. We got to leave at 7.
We're not. Sorry? What? 7?
No.
Are you happy the fact that we've done the first day?
The further we get away, I have actually noticed the speed is starting to increase.
Think that's going to break it?
Probably.
The last time me and Uncle Benji slept together, not in that kind of way, do you know, just as friends.
You could have worded that better.
I've got my t-shirt on, just to be on the safe side. He's naked. But people said, can you show us what happens after the driving? This is what happens after the driving. End up in bed with him.
It's my new nightstand. iOS 17, I got a developer beta because that's what I do.
That's just like something from 1980.
Well, no, you can change it.
An alarm clock. So if you ever come on a road trip with him, you're going to get an Apple keynote speech every night.
7:30. Going out last night. I don't think it was a good idea having them beers. We would have had about 11 hours to drive to Euro Tunnel from wherever we were, Digne, D-I-G-N-E, however you pronounce that. Then after that, we've got to go all the way to Warrington from there. So it's probably about 11 hours driving today, which in my eyes is quite a lot, especially with a hangover. And I'm sure he feels the same. And there's one thing that bugs me now at hotels. I've stayed in absolutely loads of hotels now, and if there's no water in the fridge, that's really bad. For £120 a night, you'd think they'd put water in. Come on. You noticed? My trainers are squeaky.
The trainers are squeaky, right? Your seats in your McLaren.
Get that roof down, roasting.
Yeah, he's warm, lad.
So we've got about 6 or 7 hours to go to Calais, according to the sat-nav, which is giving us different times. One says 7.5, one says 6:55, one says 5:55. So we'll go with the 5:55 because that'll get us there for 2 o'clock. With a stop about 3 o'clock. We've got a train at 4:30, so all being well, that'll be fine. We've done a tank of fuel in, so it's about £100. We need fuel again. So nothing's going to happen now. This is motorway all the way. See you in Calais.
See you in Calais.
In true Evil GT style. It could only ever happen to us, ever. We've got a bloody roadblock in front of us.
We have got a rolling roadblock. It's like are they convoying with 3 wagons, but there's a lot of police there. There's motorbikes all the way up there as well, look. So it's saying something about not passing, I assume, because they're blocking all 4 lanes, so...
Best thing we ever bought was this Bip and Go. It's a tag for these tolls. So when you get to them, it just opens the gate for you. Charges you, probably a lot. There we go.
I'm not having a good day here, right? To start off, it's €2.22. What's that about? £2 a litre?
That's heavy, that.
I mean, it's only V-Power. It's about £1.50 at home,
It's
that.
not even proper V-Power either, it's only 98.
And I've spilt about €4 with it down there because it won't go in properly. And you've got him, I've got a headache, and you've got him with his bleeding sore. When you're driving at, well, cruising at over 100,
kilometres an hour.
Yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
The fuel doesn't last very long, so we've got about quarter tank left. So this is the second fill up of the day.
Is that 2 tanks now? No.
This will be the second one.
This is the second tank. This Lambo is just over half, and ours is like what, 40 miles, quarter of a tank. And that's the thing, that car actually, the McLaren, isn't that bad when you're just sort of cruising along.
Some comfort bumps?
Yeah, I definitely need some of that, mate. Nice one. As soon as you start pedalling and pushing along in it, it's really bad on fuel. But I suppose, you know, something that's 940 brake horsepower, it's got to be shit on fuel, isn't it?
So I've owned this car for just coming up to a year now. I didn't realise how bad on fuel it was. I know we've been going quite quick, so the MPG is not great, but we've done nearly 3/4 of a tank of fuel in, and I think it's about a 65 litre tank. But it's ridiculous. I feel like we've only been on the road for like 1 hour, and this will be now. We're going to fill up again when we get to the services. That'll be the third fill up today. What time is it? 12:30. So that means we've been on the road for 4.5 hours. 3 fill-ups. Do you think that MPG thing's lying?
I would say that if that's doing 19.2 miles to the gallon, I'd be very, very surprised. I do think, along with the power figures that McLaren state, I reckon it's lying about its miles per gallon as well.
We've got 1 hour and 50 to Calais. We're nearly home. Well, we're not nearly home, we're nearly back in the UK where I can actually drive there.
I'm actually going to be ready for that. You're going to get the shitty stint, I'll be honest, because no one wants to drive in the UK, do they? But I'll be ready.
I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Sitting in traffic on the M25.
And I don't want to tempt fate, but I can't actually believe we've got this far without getting stopped.
Why?
For speeding.
We
Because
don't
you've been
know.
speeding all the way.
Nah, behave, man. No way. I was doing 130 kilometres an hour. That's what the speed limit is on the motorway
You
here.
were doing 130 miles an hour.
Nah.
Well, that's a good excuse.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. I'm sure they've heard that one before, though.
About 20 minutes before Calais, hopefully this is the last toll booth because we've spent an absolute fortune. Must be over €100 today.
Well, what did it say on Waze? It says about 90 quid in and out of France with a McLaren.
Yeah, in less than 24 hours.
Done well there, haven't we?
Yeah. We've made it back to the UK, even though we're still in France. I'm not going to drive from here through passport control because guaranteed I'm going to get stopped.
It'll flag up on their system with your passport saying, you are banned.
Lee, are you not risking it either?
I'm not.
Let's not take any chances.
Come on then, let's get home.
So we are literally metres away from freedom.
We are.
700 miles. Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
for
mate.
driving
No
my
problem.
car all this
No
way.
problem. I can't say that it was, you know, something that I was like, oh, I really don't want to do it, because obviously, who in the right mind wouldn't want to drive a 720S through France?
Well, I appreciate it anyway.
No problem.
After 700 miles, what do you actually think of this car? Because you've driven it before, but only briefly. Now it's tuned, loud exhaust, decap, plenty more power.
I feel like I was harsh earlier on in the video on about all the rattles and squeaks and, well, no, actually I wasn't harsh because it's the truth, but when you drive this car, and especially when you're kicking its head in, you sort of forget about it all. It doesn't matter. It just becomes a personality of the car, that it has got its flaws and its creaks and its rattles. It really doesn't matter because, especially now with this, I mean, it was rapid before, and now it's just, well, it's dangerous, isn't it, really?
So what are you trying to say? Do you actually like it?
I love it, yeah, I do.
Oh, that's good.
I do, but I haven't got 200 grand to part with it, so you won't be able to sell it to me anytime soon.
I think that's the end of the video, right?
It very well could be, because let's be honest, we're going to spend 5.5 hours in traffic going home, so
So we're not
I don't
going to
think
film.
That's not going to be that entertaining, is it?
No. Thank you very much for watching.
Subscribe if you haven't
Yeah.
subscribed, please.
Comment what do you think about what happened to us, what happened to me, and coming back. You know, was it a bit harsh? 150 and an 80, or is that, you know, is that the punishment?
Kilometres an hour, that is, by the way.
Yeah, kilometres. Yeah, €750 fine. Is that about right?
Who knows?
I think it's probably about right.
Well, I got a £735 fine for doing 70 in a 40 variable speed limit on a motorway.
Well, we've both been naughty, but first video I've done for a while. I enjoyed it, really enjoyed it, even though we've been travelling and a lot of miles. But I might come back. What do you reckon? Do you want me back?
We'll see.
He doesn't want me back, does he? You can tell he doesn't want me back.
We'll see, mate.
He doesn't want me back,
You
does he?
can help me in the unit with the car. How about that? Get your hands dirty.
You can see it in his face. He doesn't want me back.
You wouldn't want to.
Just say you don't want me back.
I don't want you back. Piss off.
Right, all right. Ta-ta.